In this video, we're going to explore how to work with other people that have negative energy. So this is for all the empaths out there. I hope you guys enjoy this video on the Spirituality Simplified YouTube channel. Now, here's the thing. I say work with people with negative energy intentionally as opposed to deal with. When I first got started in my career, I would hear some of my coworkers, colleagues, and peers say, deal with people. And specifically, it would be people that I was working with talking about dealing with customers and clients. And I realized that word deal has a very negative charge, and it's how we are responding to their energy. Because if you're thinking about it this way, maybe we're dealing with a person. It could be a work situation. It could be a relationship. But when we say, oh, I'm dealing with this person, take a moment and reflect on your own energetic charge when you use that word. So first things first, when we're working with other people, let's be extremely mindful and intentional with our own language. What is the language in our thoughts and how we're communicating with others? In this case, very simple example is shifting from dealing with people to working with people. The next tip I have how to work with people that might have more negative energy and see the glass as half empty is to first realize there's probably about an even mix throughout the population of people that are optimistic and people that are pessimistic. We can't necessarily avoid these people. And it's very similar to the analogy of crabs are going into a pot of boiling water. If one crab tries to go out of the pot, the others will try to pull it down. And that is basically how people are that see the world as half empty. They want to bring you down with them. And now this isn't to say that I am holier than thou or you are either, but the point is to have compassion. What's going on in their life that is creating these circumstances of them to be negative? What traumas have they endured throughout their life? What sorts of tools have they not had access to? And when we can find that compassion, it's almost as if we're practicing like a meditation where we're sending them love, kindness, and compassion because we're understanding where they're coming from. So the second tip is understanding where they are coming from so that we can have more compassion. Next time when we're working with someone who's got more negative energy, let's think about our own energetic hygiene. Now, this is pretty practical and simple. Think about it this way. When you start your day, before you go and do your things throughout your day, you probably take a shower, or at least at some point in your day. Maybe it's the night before, whatever. Most people take a shower at least once a day. Why? To clean our bodies. Well, think about it this way. How often do you clean your energy? Throughout the day, maybe it's phone calls, it could be text messages, it could be social media, it could be meetings, it could be conversations with kids, loved ones, coworkers, clients, whatever it is, or just going to the grocery store and the energies of other people there. Throughout our day, we're constantly exchanging energy with other people. But how often are we thinking about our own energetic hygiene, just like our physical hygiene, shaving or taking a shower, grooming yourself. Think about your energetic hygiene. So a very simple practice you can do is just bring intentionality to your energetics. And you can start with the morning. If you're someone who practices journaling or meditation or breathwork, this is a good time to maybe pull out some sage, which sage is all about clearing and letting go of negative energies and just saying, okay, anything here that's not mine, just have the intention of removing it. And it's really more about the intention more than anything else. Now, Palo Santo is a great tool as well, and that's about bringing in the positive. Work with sage first, smudge, get rid of negative, then Palo Santo. If you're someone who spends a lot of time in an office with negative people, you might want to consider putting just a sage stick at your desk or a Palo Santo small little stick, not necessarily to light it and bug your coworkers and, get into all that, but just as a simple reminder because it's the intention really. So think about your energetic hygiene. And the last thing I would mention when we're thinking about how we're working with other people that have negative energy as empaths, how that might affect us is really thinking about it from a mirror perspective. Now, this is getting pretty esoteric, right? This is the concept that we are all God, split off in separation to experience ourselves. So if this person, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a loved one, whatever the case is, it's a scenario where you can't really escape it. You're being confronted with it. That's a question for you to sit with. Why is it coming into my own energetic field? If this person is a mirror, what are they here to teach me? This is the shadow work. This is looking at the unconscious. This is looking at your shadow, which you might not be aware of, to ask these deeper questions. Is there some part of me that still has these traits? And this is where it can get pretty esoteric and, quantum physics, spirit of harmony, all the different type of things. Soul life balance, we got spirit of harmony, which is one of the universal laws, soul side, and quantum physics, life side, because that's science backed, right? So either side you look at, they kind of are both teaching the same thing. The outer world we experience with our five senses is a reflection of our inner world. So this is why it's so important to think about this other person or people that you might be working with and realize, maybe they're a mirror and maybe there's some unsolved emotional state or story within me. How can I go deeper? So that's what I have for you when it comes to working with people that might want to try to bring you down with negative energy. Sit with it, get curious, don't take it personal. Understand where they're at, take care of your own energetic hygiene, and most of all, take the time to see them as a human being, see them as a spiritual being embodied as a human, having this human experience. None of us are perfect. Have more compassion. Get curious about if there's anything that they're representing and showing to you as a mirror and where the work is for you to go deeper. If you enjoyed this, please share it with a friend and subscribe so you never miss one of these videos. I have more breathwork exercises, meditations, and visualizations and spiritual educational content coming soon.